Good morning. Good morning, fellow humans. That's HUEMONDS. Morning. This is Department of Career Services. My name is Edward Bevilacqua. We are here with our daily podcast. Our goal is simple: to help you get from where you are to someplace better. That's it. No big deal. From point A to point B, from Someday Isle to Successlandia. How do we do it? How do we do it? How do we do it? Well, we do it through this podcast, but it's not really the podcast. It's the stuff down below in the description. The experts, the people that we have culled, the simple stuff that you can spend an hour a day. And I can promise you, you will move forward. Give it a week, come back every day for a week, make this part of your daily routine, and you will see a big difference. Okay, but please, when you go down there and look at the stuff down below, please subscribe, click on the bell, share, thumbs up, you know the thing. All right, how does the podcast work? Well, it has 5 parts. We do 2 of the 5 parts on air. We do 3 of the 5 parts after. So the parts are the prepare for the podcast, prepare for the day. 2, start with an attitude of gratitude. 3, review yesterday. 4, plan for today. 5, project, and then go do it. So we do the breathing exercise and we do the planning. We'll talk a little bit about the attitude of gratitude, how to do it, a little bit about the review of yesterday, how to do it, and a little bit about the project and move forward. But we try to keep this down to about 10 minutes-ish, sort of, but not really. That's the goal, about 10 minutes. So nobody has an excuse of, I just didn't have time. To get prepared, you need 3 things: pen, and I have a multicolor pen, book, something to write in, and I like these little ones because I can keep them in my pocket, book, and coffee, which I will now pour myself a cup. A little bit of coffee. And you can see that I like the really small cups. Small. Not too shabby. Okay, so let's get started. Breathing exercise. Professor Huberman from Stanford talking about how to quickly reduce anxiety or get more energy. We can reduce anxiety by getting more energy. We can reduce anxiety by calming. So depending upon where you focus in this breathing technique, on the inhale or the exhale, will either give you more energy or calm you. And you can figure out which is which. So it's a double intake with the goal of expanding the lungs as much as you can. So fill up the lungs, push your stomach out, get as much air in your lungs, and then contract your muscles to get even more air in. Expand your chest even more, get as much air into your lungs as you can. Fill up all of those air sacs, and then exhale. And if you have a long, slow exhale, 40 to 60 seconds, that will reduce stress. But we're not going to take that long because time is racing. So here we go. I can actually feel that on my arms on the intake. Kind of cool. Great. All right, next, attitude of gratitude. Why? As Pastor Isaiah might say, why? Well, because we have enough thorns in our sides, we want to get started out on a positive note so we can accentuate the positive. whatever direction we're going. So it's kind of like one of Newton's laws, an object in motion. If you start with an attitude of gratitude, appreciating the things that you have rather than complaining or being upset about the things you don't have, or being afraid of the things that haven't happened yet, attitude of gratitude, you will get through it no matter what. And you can always call me. There's a link down below. You can always call me, and we can help provide you the resources that you need to get what you want, or what you need. The resources you want to get what you need. Okay. Breathing done, attitude of gratitude. The way it works is simple. 3 steps. 1, write down, I'm so happy and grateful now that. I'm so happy and grateful now that. Then turn it into a question, or as Darren Hardy would say, see on the flip side, turn it into a question. Why? What am I so happy and grateful for right now? And then step 3, turn your thoughts inward. Look at the little other voices in your head. Pay attention to the other voices in your head, and you'll come up with a lot of things you're happy and grateful for. One is just to be alive. That's the Pahrump gang sign, hanging by our fingertips. Okay, good morning, Watabebi. A lot of stuff to do today. A lot of projects. Okay, next. Okay, so that's 1 and 2, 3. Review yesterday. We do this after. There's 4 steps. We do it the German way. 4 steps. Number 1, you so review the day. You ask yourself the question, how did I feel? Now, what do I think of? How do I feel about yesterday? I'm not sure. What does that mean? Well, when did I exceed expectations? When did I fall short of expectations? What did I learn? And I take yesterday as a learning experience. One thing you can ask yourself is, between now and the end of my life, on the learning scale, where do I think I am? Do I think I've learned about 80%, 90% of what I'm going to know by the time I die? Or am I like at 10% or less? All the stuff I know, what percentage of what I will know am I at now? That I would posit to you, that should be a small number. And if it is a small number, that should help you see, as Professor Nancy Keene says, life is my classroom. Life is my classroom. Turbulence. Okay, next. So that's step 1, step 2, step 3 on the podcast. Prepare, attitude of gratitude, and review yesterday. 5, step 5, step 5, for those who are digitally challenged, is to project the day. So when we're done, think about the day you're going to live. Be like a professional athlete, a baseball player seeing himself hitting the home run, a basketball player seeing himself making the shot, a football player seeing himself throw the touchdown pass or run. See it, then just do it. See the day, then go do the day. Or as Ty said in Caddyshack to Danny, see your future, be your future. Be the ball, Danny, etc. Okay, Cinderella story. Could be that. Okay, now we've got a few minutes to talk about our plan for today. The theme is self-sabotage. Here's one way to get ahead in life. Here's one way to move forward. Stop self-sabotaging. And we have some tools down below. Stop the self-sabotage. Stop the thoughts that limit your thinking, that cause you to behave in a way where the outcome reinforces the sabotage behavior. Okay, stop self-sabotage. And one reason people self-sabotage is they don't think they're worth it. They have a belief that they need to be punished by God, by their version of God, My God is too big to do that. My God doesn't do that. But their God, so maybe you can just put that God off to the side and say, you know what? I don't think God wants to harm me. He wants me to get ahead. Stop the self-sabotage. All self-sabotage starts with a thought, starts with a belief. There's a TED Talk about that. British girl, English girl, websites. Well, it starts with a thought. Self-sabotage starts with a thought. It doesn't need to be true. Just change your thought. As Aaliyah Crum says, change your mindset. So maybe you can examine where you self-sabotage. On the other hand, on the flip side, you can use a little tool that we've got, courtesy of Darren Daily today, Darren Hardy today, and the Darren Daily videos, which you can subscribe to down below. They're free, a little daily dose. Write down, what are your 3 top goals in life? What are your current 3 top goals? 2, describe who you are when you're most proud of yourself. Use words to describe yourself when you're most proud. I'm writing this in my book. And number 3 is write 6 words you want others to describe you, to use to describe you, like when you're dead. 6 words to, like, loyal, honest, hardworking, things like that. And then use what you said in number 2 and 3, apply those to your top goals. How can you be your most self, the self when you're most, be the you when you're most proud of yourself? Complex. Be that, and using the attributes, the words to describe you, to get what you want, your top 3 goals. Rather than self-sabotage, do this little exercise. Darren Daily says, Darren Hardy says, write it down. You probably won't. I'm telling you, if you do, you'll get the best results. But you know what? Do it your way. Okay. Write it down. In other words, your way doesn't work. So how about doing it the way of somebody who's successful, i.e. Darren Hardy? Yes, right. Okay, we're at 9:02 in. Great. I'm loving it. Okay, what else do we got on our hit parade? Advice from an 80-year-old. Keep secrets. Keep secrets. Don't share secrets. Keep secrets. Why burden somebody else with your problems? Okay, what else we got? Arthur Brooks, Happiness, Barbara Oakley, Daniel Amen. Today in our 4-week neuroscience approach to success, we have Daniel Amen talking about the brain, how easy it is to damage the brain. And there's 5 primary ways to damage the brain: alcohol, drugs, traumatic brain injury, something growing on your brain like a cyst or a tumor, and then a disease like Alzheimer's, etc., Hodgkin's, whatever. And that's bad. But the brain can be, I'll say fixed, but it's not necessarily fixed, but the brain can be improved. You can damage your brain, you can repair your brain to a certain extent. And that depends on the Brain Smart program you're using. So a way to improve your brain, to fix your brain, to repair your brain is called generically a Brain Smart program. And secret, this, our neuroscience class, is a Brain Smart program. Right, it's a Brain Smart program. It's a Brain Smart program wrapped around helping you get from where you are to someplace better. Most Brain Smart programs have to do with relearning, not learning. Remembering, not gaining memories, not memorization. It's about redoing the past so you can move into the future. This is a Brain Smart program designed to help you have a better future. All right. Jordan Peterson, science versus religion. They are not incompatible. That's a excuse people use. Science and religion are not compatible. He points out that religion started the whole science movement, that Oxford and Cambridge are basically monasteries. They're some of the oldest universities in the world, started by the church, not despite the church or to spite the church. Okay, let's see. Baraka Church, always good, always important. Motivational video today, very simple, short one by Arthur Brooks. Love. It's about love, people. And Darren Hardy's message is that it is about compassion. You got problems in your life, be more compassionate. Other people have problems in their life, be more compassionate. And he quotes the Dalai Lama. Just because the Dalai Lama said it, it doesn't mean it's not true. 3 simple goals for today. We're going to close with saying, remember, write down 3 simple goals for today and 6 important things you want to get done today. So for Wadabevi, we have the infographic and we have the starting to create a spreadsheet of the people at blah, 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 food bank. All right. And with that, let's see what else we got. Inc. Magazine. All right, so we have 2 short videos or 2 things about they're not videos, they're text about self-sabotage. So there are 2, count them, not 1, but 2. There are 2 links to articles that will help you stop self-sabotaging. So where are we at? Where are we at in time? 1240. 1650. Wow, it got away from us. Okay, so we're going to wrap this up and say, go make something happen. You want to get ahead in life, you want to move forward today, seek discomfort. Get comfortable being uncomfortable. And with that, I'm going to say cut and cut. Boom.